Hey, I'm going to go live, Jude, okay? Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Cougar Game Day here at Hogue Gymnasium at the Kiski School campus. We've got the Kiski Cougars taking on ISA out of Ohio. We've got the prep squad for Kiski taking on ISA's prep squad. Both teams just cleared the court after their warm-ups. The format for the first game is going to be 18-minute halves with a 30-second shot clock, so more of like a college setup. And then I believe the second game will be 8-minute quarters, like a traditional high school game would be run. So we've got good basketball lined up here this afternoon. We've got two games, one at 3 and one at 4:30. So stick around. We've got about 3 hours of basketball for you. Kiski's going to take the floor. They're going to be wearing their all-white kits with ISA in their navy blue trimmed in gray. So that should be getting underway here in just a second. Kiski had a tough loss last night, so they're looking to rebound here. They played First Love Christian last night. It was a tough match, so they're looking to, like I said, rebound here today against ISA. On the floor, we've got Chris Moncrief, Jeff Akintalu. We've got Gallen out there, Carter Fisher, and Reese Purnell for the Cougars. Looks like we've got Persad, Noyle, Gano, and Barnhart, and Lajami on the floor for ISA. Purnell, quick three, rebound. ISA taken away by Purnell all the way to the basket. Can't get the finger roll to go. Akintalu puts it back up on the offensive board, and he'll head to the line after the steal from Purnell from Noyle. And Jeff puts the Kiski Cougars out in front with their first free throw of the afternoon. That one's long on that attempt. Rebound from number 24 of ISA. On the ball, Lajami picks up his dribble, looks for some help, finds Gano. Shot from Noyle. Rebound. Put back up by Barnhart. Wide right. Volleyballed into the air. And that's going to be Kiski's ball off of Persad. Purnell battling for that rebound. Carter Fisher brings it up for Kiski and sets up their offense over to Moncrief. He drives up to the hoop. Strong attempt at a lay-in. Can't get it to fall. Does break up that pass, though. Looks underneath. Kicked back out, and that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Kiski's ball off of Noel. Fisher works to his left, hands it off to Reese. Purnell kicks it back to Fisher. Spin move to the glass and draws the foul on Gano. So Carter heads to the line. 16:39 left on the game clock. His first trip to the line. Good for one. And just like Jeff misses his second one, so we're stuck at 2 now, 2-0. Both teams off to sort of a slow start offensively as ISA gets on the board off the lay-in from Noel. Purnell on the ball for Kiski on the far side of the court. Bounces it into Akinolu, draws the foul. And Jeff's going to go to the line to shoot 2 again. Good on his first attempt. And this time he's 2 for 2 from the line. So Kiski so far getting all their points at the free throw line. Persaud takes the pass, has Moncrief one-on-one. Tries to throw it inside to Gano. Nope, Barnhart, excuse me. He spins. That pass is cleanly picked by Carter Fisher all the way up and in for a solid 2 from Carter. Gets the student section involved early here. 15:44 now on the game clock, 20 on the shot as Reese Purnell now with it. And he slams it home for another 2 for Kiski. Gets the people on their feet. 15:37 on the game clock, and we have a timeout. We'll step away for just a moment. Inbound into Barnhart after the timeout and the reset. Kicked out to and no shot. It's going to be on the floor against Carter. Inbound play. 20 seconds on the shot clock for ISA to work with. Inbounded into Gano. Thrown off of Purnell. Keeps it in bounds and charges his way across midcourt. Looks inside to Akintalu. He's swarmed by ISA. He has to dribble out of trouble. Slows things down, passing it out to Chris Moncrief. Over to Gallen. Drives all the way to the basket. Nice left-handed finish from Gallen. Pulls Kiski out in front by 8 with 14:53 on the game clock. That one's going to stay under the basket for an ISA inbound as ISA makes a substitution. It's going to be Mulholland into the game. He's subbing in for Barnhart. Inbound by Noel. Thrown back to Mulholland. He's got Carter Fisher in his face. They work the ball into the corner to Gano. He tries to drive baseline. Kicks to Prasad, cutting through the lane. Nice look from ISA for a quick two. 14:38 on the game clock as Moncrief comes across midcourt. Spins, works off the defender, and is fouled by 0 of ISA. So Chris will head to the line for his first trip. Short on his first free throw attempt. Off the front of the rim. Uncharacteristic of him. He's usually a pretty high % free throw shooter. See if he can make the adjustment, and he does. Mulholland stuck at midcourt, double teamed by Kiski, and Gallen's going to get called for the reach. Coach is going to sub him out for Roland, his brother. Gano pressured by Fisher. Over to Lajimi. Off the rim. Rebound Purnell. Hacked that, but he comes away with it. Has a look and space for three and makes him pay for it. Gets the Cougars out in front by double digits for the first time here this afternoon at 13:53 on the clock. Gano passes it to Mulholland. Travel's going to be called. Amari Jackson coming into the game for Carter Fisher. Purnell on the ball. Works it into the corner for Roland. Hesitates, goes around, looks inside to Jackson, who's heavily defended, and takes it up to the basket. He'll draw a foul and head to the line to shoot two. So ISA in some early foul trouble here. That's their fourth team foul in the first 5 minutes of the game. Excuse me, that's their fifth foul in 5 minutes. Well, 4.5 really. So Amari hits the first one. And Jackson hits both at the free throw line, his first trip. 13:25 on the game clock to work with here as ISA goes into their offensive zone. Noel drives, kicks off to Mulholland, goes up strong to the glass for two, cutting that lead to 10 for the Cougars. Purnell over to Moncrief. Back to Purnell. Into the corner for Roland. Back out to Purnell. He's got Jackson far side. He decides to throw it. And off the rim, rebounded by Mulholland. Trapped at midcourt, gives it to Noel. Jackson tries to get out, puts enough pressure on Lajimi, has him missing that shot. And off of White, it'll stay with ISA. They have 16 seconds on the shot clock. (12:20 on the game clock. Now 10 on the shot. 7-6 5. They get the shot off. Rebound, Purnell. Works into space, clears it back to Jackson, pushes it up to Moncrief in the corner. Thinks about taking the shot, looks for a pass all the way across to Akintalu. He's going to drive to the baseline and throws it off of his own teammate, and the indication is it's going to go to ISA. 11:58 now, first 6 minutes of the game are finished, and onto the floor comes Quentin Elrod, Jamal Bremer, and Elaz Dregzik. Purnell and Jackson, the two remaining players that were on the floor before. The other three fresh subs in for the first time this afternoon. Laz takes it away, gives it to Jamal. Jamal to Laz. Laz open for 3 and knocks it down. So ISA still looking for an answer in the offensive zone. Jackson gets a hand in the way, causing Lajimi to miss his shot. Thrown to in between two players. I think each of them weren't sure if they were supposed to take the pass or not. And ISA is going to make some subs. I see there are 2 Persads, both of them in the game now, number 4 and number 10. I don't have last names, so I apologize. I'm just going off of jerseys here. Barnhart works around the defense, tries to lay it in, gets some help from Mulholland on the cleanup. Jackson into the corner for Laz. Has to rethink his shot, passes it around the horn all the way over to Bremer, who drives baseline and is fouled by Lajimi on the floor. So they're up to 16 fouls now. Is ISA, excuse me. Laz open for 3 again, this time missing his opportunity. Mulholland away with the rebound. Jackson cuts him off. Lajimi for 3. Off the rim, Elrod rebounds. Bremer now with some speed on the far side. Spin moves, looks for help, finds Elrod, works inside and has it go off of Persad and out of play. It'll stay with Kiski. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounded to Purnell. Back to Bremer, open for 3. Looks good to me. Just short on the shot. Elrod battling to take it away. Gets it to Laz. Kick to Purnell. Over to Jackson. He's going to take his opportunity. Long on the shot. Persad has it smacked away by Elrod. And nice hustle play from him. Keeps the ball in the Cougars' offensive zone with a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound to Moncrief back in the game with Fisher and Rob Kane now off the bench. Carter, long 3. Rebound tipped by Mulholland to Lajimi, and away he comes, number 24. Into the corner, he exchanges passes with Barnhart, who drives into the paint, up and under. Can't get it to drop. Bremer rebounds with some speed. Checks it up and floats it off the glass for 2. Under 10 to play, 9:22 on the game clock as ISA heads into and has it checked away by Moncrief. Will be a foul on the floor, though, against the Cougars. Kane guarding Gano, changes with Fisher. Taken away by Fisher and Moncrief. And up and laid in by Carter for 2. So Kiski out to a commanding lead here so far in the first half. Mulholland to Gano, down to Noel. He drives on Bremer. And Jamal's going to take the foul. Glacken and Purnell into the game now for Kiski. .8:44 the time on the game clock. Inbound play, gets a quick 2 for ISA. Cuts that lead to 13. Purnell over to Moncrief. Long 3 for Reese, off the back of the rim. Rebound Noel. Tipped away by Glacken. Poked away by Moncrief. Collected by ISA's Mulholland. Tries to step through. Big block by Carter. Fisher thrown up to Reese Purnell. Fast break. Slowed down by Purnell. Looks into the corner for Rob Kane. Drives all the way to the baseline. Up and not going to get it to drop with 8:07 on the clock. Rob will head to the line. ISA up now to 7 team fouls to Kiski's 4. So the Cougars in single bonus territory either way. But this time he's going to get to shoot 2. And he's good for number 1. Good for 2 is Rob Kane. His first trip to the line. 2 for 2. De La Vega into the game for ISA. Noel drives to the glass and is fouled by Kane. And he's no good from his trip to the line. Mulholland for 3, long on that shot. De La Vega rebounds. And Glacken's going to get called for the foul as De La Vega went up to shoot. So he'll head to the line. There is 7:47 on the game clock left in the first half. Wide right on his second. Pushed up the floor to Carter Fisher. Thrown back to Glacken. He's going to get called up for a travel before it gets started. Long on his shot as the crowd lets him know about it. On the floor, it's going to be Kiski's possession. Subbing into the game, Lajemy and Barnhart again for ISA. So Kiski in bonus territory now. Well, they have been, I guess, but because they're in bonus territory, we're going to see Reese head to the line. He's shooting 1 and 1. Gets his opportunity to second after he earns his first. .723 now on the game clock as Glacken goes for the interception. Thrown under and sort of a Hail Mary attempt from under the basket from Prasad. Excuse me. Glacken battling underneath. A hard-earned 2 points off the glass. 7 minutes left in the half. Fisher and Moncrief combined to take this one away. And Prasad takes it away from Chris. Moncrief thought maybe should have been another foul called. Either way, Kiski keeps possession under the hoop with Glacken. But first, we're going to have a timeout taken, and we'll be back in just a moment. Inbound by Glacken, looks for help, needs to throw it in, gets it to Bremer. Bremer over to Purnell for a long three, off the back of the rim. Rebound punched out by Bremer. Moncrief high points it, goes up, lays it off the glass hard. Gallen puts it back, and he'll take the foul from ISA. So he'll head and shoot two. Trying to save it is Purnell. Gallen over to Glacken, back to Purnell, back in bounds now, off the front of the rim. And that one's going to head with ISA. If you're just joining us, Kiski out to a 30-11 lead over ISA. 6:16 on the clock as that one's off the hands of De La Vega and out of bounds. Bremer across midcourt. Back to Bremer. Purnell trying to direct some traffic. Kiski looks a little confused on their offensive play. Moncrief decides he's just going to shoot it. Taken away by Glacken temporarily, but away is ISA now with possession. And Lajmi hits a 2. Purnell over to Moncrief. Has Bremer. Backdoor alley-oop almost. Gets the layup either way. Barnhart has it taken away temporarily. Gallen says, get out of here. But Lajmi knocks it down instead. Purnell now over to Bremer. Hits Glacken in the corner, back to Bremer all the way around. He's going to pass it to Moncrief. Has Bremer open for 3. And it's good. So Kiski answers on their side of the floor after the 3 from Lajmi. Gallen puts the pressure on. Barnhart all the way to the glass. Can't get the finish. Bremer going to pull up for another 3. This one off the front of the rim. Glacken rebounds, puts it up, and draws the foul from Gano. Aiden Long on his first attempt. Gallen rebounds, and he's fouled, so he's going to head to the line. Doesn't get the hometown bounce on his first one, so we'll see what he can do on number 2. Kiski in double bonus territory. Even though Gallen was fouled, he's going to get 2. Kiski out in front by 20 now. So ISA is still trying to find an answer offensively as he dribbles out of bounds after pressure from Bremer. Purnell in the corner now. Works it back to Bremer. Bremer draws the foul from Lajmi. And he'll head to the line to shoot 2. Mulholland back in the game. Lajmi open for 3. Long on the shot. Rebound Mulholland. Taken away by Moncrief. And officially put in the basket by Chris Moncrief. Gets the Cougars out to 39 with 3:04 left on the game clock. Knocked away and up off the rigging, off the shot clock, actually. Inbound from ISA. Purnell gets out on it. Persaud can't get it to drop. Reese is trapped, throws it off of Persaud. Bremer gets in there, punches it out. Ian Herring in for Kiski, hands it off to Bremer. He's pushed, keeps his dribble. And Herring uh, on the sideline, steps out of bounds. 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining here in the half. Sampson in the game for Kiski as he pressures Barnhart. Bremer knocks it out of De La Vega's hands. He's working, gets it to Barnhart. Little bunny shot for two. Quick release from Barnhart for two. Moncrief short on his shot. Purnell saves it, throws it back into play, all the way out to Bremer. Moncrief in the far corner, off of the glass. He's going to head to the line. Moncrief knocks his first down. The Kintaloo back in the game. Bremer out. The five on the floor, Moncrief, Purnell, Herring, Anoa, and a Kintaloo for Kiski. Taken away by Moncrief. Over his head just to keep it in. Sampson to Herring. Couldn't get it to Moncrief in time. 1:38. Purnell for three. Big time three from him before the end of the half here. Kiski out to a very comfortable lead with 1:26 on the clock. Their defense has been stellar this afternoon. Not really giving ISA too many open shots. And Barnhart decides to prove me wrong as he runs through and floats one in the lane. Herring has his pass broken up. Purnell all the way across to Moncrief, has it taken away by Persaud. Herring gets enough of it to knock it away, but Lajmi with the offensive board puts it back. Moncrief now across half court. Into the corner for Purnell, left open again. And this time rims out on him. Mahalan chased down by Sampson. Akintaloo gonna take the foul on Barnhart. 38.6 on the game clock. I apologize. This is what the scoreboard's showing in-house, so we'll go with that one. Maybe I missed a free throw. 44-24 is what I have. And Kiski on offense now. After the free throws, 30 seconds left on the game clock, 20 on the shot. It's about 9 seconds difference between the shot and game, so Kiski has to take a shot here. Can't run out the half. Looks inside to Akintalu. He's mobbed by ISA. Bounce underneath to Lajmi for 2. 7 seconds left now. Purnell for 3. Rebound De La Vega. Lajmi off the glass, and that's where we'll leave it. 44-26. Kiski out to a commanding lead over ISA. We will have a 10-minute halftime break, and we'll be back with second half action here at Hogue Gymnasium. Thanks for joining us. We're back for the start of the second half. Thanks for sticking around. ISA is going to start us off. They're going to be coming towards you here in the offensive zone. Kiski will be heading away in the second. I got some scores for you, or some leaders. Barnhart is one of them. He's got 6. Lajimi is leading ISA with 9 points. On Kiski's side of the ball, Jamal Bremer is leading with 11, and Reese Purnell has 7 of his own. Kiski takes a foul here early. Barnhart inbounds to Gano, but Moncrief called for the foul. So Kiski, 2 quick team fouls here to start the second half. Taken away temporarily. Lajimi gets it back, hands it off to Gano. Gano spinning around, can't get the bank, and Moncrief runs into a bit of a wall there. Shakes it off. Kiski will take possession. Inbounds it into Purnell, and Kiski is away for their first offensive trip here in the second half. Purnell over to Carter Fisher. Fisher back to Purnell. Fisher inside. Akintalu's got Moncrief open for a big 3. Can't get that one to drop. Would have got some early momentum going. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Now it sets to 20. He did hit the rim, and Kiski have a fresh 20 to work with. Gano out, Noel in. Fisher's got a 3 opportunity here off the back of the rim. Purnell gets some help from Gallen, and it's out of play on ISA. Moncrief to Gallen. Chris for a long 2. And Fisher on the line before he could save it. $16:40 left in the game here as ISA goes back to work. It's Barnhart cutting through, kicking out to Lajimi for 3. He decides to drive. Barnhart looks to Lajimi. Back to Barnhart at the top. Can't get the finish as Noel tries to pull Kintalu to the ground. Chris takes the inbound. And Gallen goes to the floor. He's going to head to the line now. And there's Kiski's first points of the second half. Pulls him out to 20 in front of ISA. Barnhart battling with Fisher. Points for him to set a pick. Can't hit the three. Akintalu scrums his way into a rebound. Purnell to Fisher. Fisher to Moncrief. Moncrief inside to Akintalu. Back to Fisher. Around to Purnell for three. Off the rim, Noel rebounding. Lajimi backs up to Prasad to Noel. He drives. Has it taken away by Fisher. Thrown to Moncrief. Looks to. And he heads to the floor hard as he's fouled by Prasad. And that one's kicked. Fisher gets the inbound. Looks inside to Gallen. Throws it high off the glass. A little bit of a circus shot there to make that one drop. Mulholland checks back to Lajimi. Into Prasad, finger roll, and in. Moncrief drives to Purnell. Long three from Reese. Onto the floor. Akintalu battling with De La Vega. Jump ball. Heading to Kiski territory. Moncrief now drives up and takes the contact on the way to the hoop. And Coach Williams takes a timeout, talk things over with his group. We'll be back in just a moment. "13 minutes and 43 seconds on the game clock." I believe Purnell should be at the line to shoot free throws. It's excuse me, Moncrief at the line. Looks like he may have been cut. Maybe it was what the problem was, so they had to get him patched up. He misses that shot. And Chris gets his second to drop. Coming our way now, Mulholland. Out to Lajimy for three. Rims out on him. Quentin Elrod with the rebound. Purnell pushes the floor. Kick to Fisher, out to Moncrief. Elrod has that pass taken away as he was the intended recipient. And Prasad for three. Prasad, number 10. Rod's into the game too for Kiski. De La Vega to Mulholland. De La Vega drives, has it snatched by Carter Fisher for a jump ball. It's going to stay with ISA. 14 seconds on the shot clock though. Taken away now by Fisher. Thrown up to Moncrief. Couldn't get to him in time. Lajimy drives. Blocked by Reese. Collected by Elrod. And a foul called against Lajimy. And it looks like Kiski's in bonus territory. Single bonus. They're going to shoot 1 and 1. And Q can't get that one to go, so we're heading back with ISA on offense. Mulholland drives, kicks to Prasad, back inside to De La Vega over his head. Out of play for a Kiski inbound. Rahards on the ball, throws it to Quentin, and out of play. 12:02 on the game clock. And foul called against number 2, Mulholland, on the pick. Amari Jackson in there with Glacken as Prasad 10 hits a three. Moncrief shorts his shot. Elrod rebounds. Feeds it back to Moncrief. Has that one knocked out of his hands by Mulholland. It'll stay with Kiski though. 17 on the shot clock. 11:23 on the game clock. Rahards to Glacken. Nice spin. Can't get that one to drop. Barnhart trying to go around Elrod. Kicks it to Prasad again. He's been pretty dynamite there in the second half, closing that lead for Kiski to 15. Kiski's been a little bit more sluggish here on offense in the second half. Coach Williams trying to sub in a few different players, get the offensive mix right. Puts Purnell back in along with Roland and Jamal Bremer. Roland with the rebound. Jamal comes away with it now. Handed off to Reese, thrown to Glacken off of him. Saved, thrown back to Bremer. Good save by the Cougars, 17 on the shot clock though. Thrown into Glacken off his hands. Lajimi drives, throws it up. And just like that, ISA starting to mount a comeback here with 9:48. ISA called for the foul. That's Roland for one. Prasad has that one blocked. Moncrief throws it up to Bremer. Jamal and Roland working. And it goes to a jump ball as Prasad 10 battles with Roland. This one will stay with Kiski. 9:23 left on the game clock. 18 to work with on the shot. Glacken inbounds to Moncrief. Underneath to Roland. And up and off the glass for two for number 21. Timeout taken by ISA. Going to talk things over with 9:15 on the game clock. We'll be back in just a moment. Inbounded from the right-hand side here into Barnhart. Taken away by Glacken. And he's fouled by Prasad. Number 10. 9:08. Glacken will head to the line. Kiski in double bonus. And Aiden misses both. Put back by number 10 of ISA. Kiski's lead down to 14. Shot at the buzzer. Put back by Roland. Nice work from the Cougars using all the shot clock. And number 4 for ISA puts in 2 on the other side. 8 minutes and 13 seconds on the game clock now. Kiski trying to milk the clock a little bit. Purnell sees the lane, takes it, gets his own rebound, and able to fight hard for the putback. Pulls the Kiski out to 59. Prasad, big 3 from the corner. Kiski's lead down to 13 now, as that one's kicked by Lajimy. Purnell for 3. High off the back of the rim. Gallen with the rebound, left open for 3. Gets it back from Bremer and hits it. He was in space. He almost didn't know what to do with it, but gets it back and makes good on his 3-ball attempt. Nice move from Gano. Inside, left-handed finish. Moncrief spins out of trouble. Hands it off to Purnell. Had some space, decides to drive all the way around the horn, loses handles. Lajimy coming the other way. Can't get the layup. Moncrief gets the rebound instead. Dribbling around ISA all the way to the basket, up and under for the finish. Going to do it himself. And a travel against Barnhart. 6:28 left on the game clock. Bremer pushes it to Moncrief. Moncrief over to Purnell. Into Akintalu. Drives, kicks to Bremer. Purnell for a long 3 off the right side of the rim. Rebound Mahalan. And out of play off of ISA. Fisher's going to sub in for Bremer. And looks like, can't see the number on the person coming in. Looks like Prono. for ISA, number 11. Kiski trying to milk a little bit more of the shot clock here as that one's taken away by Prasad. He's going to drive all the way. He's bumped by Akintalu. And he'll head to the line, number 10. First one's good. And so is the second. Purnell, nice finish with the left hand at the baseline. Five minutes and 22 seconds on the game clock. At the line is Gallon. Hits his second. Purnell gets a hand in front of Barnhart, causes that miss. Kiski slows it down. Moncrief hands to Purnell. Moncrief on the jumper. And Kiski's looked to stave off the comeback that ISA was making, stretching their lead back to 19. Prono with the shot. Gets a bounce and gets it to drop. His first points of the game. Making a late sub here. Fisher has that pass intercepted from Purnell by Mahalan. Akintalu for three. Off the back of the rim. Lajimi with the rebound to Prono. Into the corner for, and back to Lajimi. Misses that shot. Purnell rebounds. De La Vega stays and pressures. Reese works around him. Looks inside to Akintalu. Back to Fisher for three. And a big one there as Carter stretches the Kiski lead now to 20 with 3:41 on the game clock. And Lajimi hits a three. Moncrief drives and takes the foul from Gwinnett. Chris at the line to shoot two. Subs are going to be made here. Kane and Bremer into the game. Prasad into the game. Chris is a little less automatic today from the free throw line. And that one he goes 50% on. Mulholland has that pass taken away by Moncrief. Thrown to Bremer. Trapped by ISA. And called for the push is, I think, Prono. No, it's Mulholland. And Jamal, no good on number 1. And no good on either of the free throws. So the Cougars, I think as a whole, haven't been shooting very well from the free throw line. They've been shooting a ton from there, though, today. Just a feeling. I don't have the actual numbers in front of me, so I could be totally wrong. But just has that feeling that maybe they're around 50% or so today, if I had to guess. Bremer all the way up with the left-handed layup. Purnell looks to try and take that one away. Two minutes and 35 seconds left here in the game. Coach subs in a fresh 5. Maybe a fresh 4. No, 5. Yeah, 5. I don't think Roland was in. I think Gallen was. And Barnhart will take it and conduct offense here. De La Vega cut off by Roland. Kick to Lajime for 3. Falling away on it. De La Vega gets the rebound, though. Back to Lajime. And that one won't count. On the floor for the Kiski foul. Prono on the jumper. Doesn't get it to go. Laz hesitates. Goes around De La Vega. Needs some help all the way to Amari Jackson on the left-hand side. Looks under for, I think, Glacken, but a miscommunication either way. 2:01 on the game clock as we're looking to wrap things up here. Remember that we have game number 2 on the way. Supposed to be starting at 4:30 here. I think with all the fouls, this one's run a little bit longer than they thought. So we'll get that started as soon as both teams have a chance to take a few warm-up shots. Not sure how much time we're going to have in between games, but should be a few minutes. They may be shooting in the other gym, getting warmed up. I'm not sure. Either way, we've got a minute 38 on the game clock as Laz drives to his left, kicks it to Roland in the corner, pulls back. Laz into Elrod. Now open for 3 is Roland off the back of the rim. Taken away by Jackson out of Lajime's hands, but he knocks it out of bounds. It'll be ISA's basketball. Barnhart takes it across half court. Tries to work with Lajime to get a screen. Kiski trading off well there between Laz and Jackson. Prasad goes to the floor. Not able to make the save as it goes out of play. And Kiski takes possession. Glacken inbounds to Jackson. Jackson over to Laz. Looks inside to Elrod. Back to Jackson. Laz for a long three. He's feeling him. Glacken gets a hand in on that one. Roland takes it away. Laz drives to Roland. Into the corner for Glacken. Kiski trying to kill a little bit of time here. And Roland for three. Off the rim, punched away. Barnhart takes it. 20 seconds on the clock. No shot clock there. Off of De La Vega. Jackson. Thrown to Laz, and Kiski will end it there with a 78-55 victory over ISA. We'll be starting game number 2 here in just a moment, so please stick around for game number 2. It'll be ISA against Kiski, the second squads for both teams. So we should be starting in just a moment here. I'm not sure how much time is going to be in between, but we'll just keep the stream running here. So it should be starting up here shortly. Thanks for joining us. Looks like we're getting ready to go here with game number 2 of ISA and Kiski. And it looks like it's going to be 18-minute halves for game number 2 as well. On the floor is Rahard, Sampson, Aki, Rob Kane, and Malachi Hartley. I do have names for ISA. Looks like Kelly, Price Gallagher, Naboa, Abarca, and Zader. I think are the 5 on the floor. Looks like it. Look at Mrs. Muster with the scoot across the floor, running timer. Going to be Kiski's ball here to inbound. Rob Kane on it. Gets it over to Rahard. Rob into the corner for Aki. To Sampson to Rahards. He's going to take the 3. Rebound by Naboa. Kelly with the ball. Over to Zader. Abarca. Naboa now hands it off to Kelly. Tries to get a pick. Has to pull things back. Working around Aki. Kicks it into the corner. Back up top to Zader. 8 seconds. 6 seconds. And not going to get the shot off. And shot clock violation. We'll give it to the Cougars. 17:02. Rahards to Rob Kane. Hartley to Kane. Kane drives. And it's going to be on the floor. And Kelly's going to get called for it. Hartley has that inbound knocked away. The bleacher gets the assist on the pass back. Rob Kane will inbound. Rahards now to Kane. Has that pass taken away by Zader. And blocked on the other side by Rahards. Sampson to Malachi. Big 3. We're finally on the board here with the boys at 16-20. So ISA will look to get on the board themselves. Abarca over to Zader. Zader to Price Gallagher. Off the rim, rebound, Malachi Hartley. Hartley for 3. Short on that shot. Grazes the net. It will be a ISA inbound. Abarca has to work around the pressure from Kiski. Five seconds for ISA to work with. Put back by Naboa. for their first two of the game. 15-13 as Ian Herring takes a 3 attempt. Driving and banking it is Zader. So ISA out to a lead here with 14:53 on the game clock. To the floor goes Rahards, hands it to Rob Kane. Rob with 8 seconds throws one up. And they're going to say shot clock violation on the Cougars. Baseball throw up to Naboa, to Price Gallagher. Can't get it to drop. Sampson pushes the floor up to Malachi. All the way up and off the glass, contested by Kelly. Naboa takes it at midcourt. Abarca kicks. Out to Kelly. Abarca for 3. Knocks it down from the corner. Herring drives. Finds some space. Gets a rebound. And this one floats over the top of everybody and in from Ian Herring. Turn around from the Boa, can't get it to drop. Kiski rebounds up to Hartley for the lay-in for 2 from Malachi. Naboa over to Zader. Hands off to Price Gallagher is Naboa. Zader shakes, shimmies up, and finger rolls that one in for a tie game here at 9. We'll have a timeout taken, and we'll be back in just a moment. All tied up here at 9 with 12:19 on the clock here in the first half. As Kiski in their all black will inbound it. Rahards will take it. Should have inbounded it from the side after the timeout. And Milos in the game for 3, or 2, excuse me. Nope. How did it get to be 14? Well, it's 14. This is what it shows in-house. have to check on that one. I think it should have just been 12. And another shot clock violation from ISA. Sampson tries to go off the glass. Rebound taken away now by Abarca. He's 2 for 2, I think, from three-point range. Rahards dribbles it out up top. 9 minutes left to play. Off the rim, Naboa with the rebound. Taken away by Abarca, pressured by Milos. Turnover for Kiski. Ian Herring up with the dunk. Taken away by Kiski again, this time Herring and Milos work together, just like in the last one. Abarca called for the foul. Rob Kane takes the pass from Rahards. Malachi for 3, long on the shot. Kelly on the ball, over to Zader. In the game is number 30, Bongino. Bongino. That's what we're going with. And off of Kiski. Bongiorno. Well, that's not what I have written down. See it on the back of his jersey now. That makes more sense. Romaine in the game too, takes it away. Up to Kelly. Milos able to redirect that one enough. And Herring will draw the foul. Ian will head to the line, shooting 2. That one rims out on Ian. Romaine to Zader. Looks good. Milos for Kiski across midcourt. Rob splits the D. Taken away by Herring. Up and makes sure it goes in for 2. 6:30 on the game clock. That's Akita in the game. Buongiorno looks for Romain, cutting through, taken away by Herring, and Romain's going to get called for the reach. 6 minutes and 12 seconds on the game clock as Milos takes the inbound pass. Kane drives baseline, floats it over Naboa. Rebound Sampson goes up and takes the foul. He'll head to the line. Sampson misses number one. And he makes number two, so Kiski out to a 5-point lead. And they start to put on the press. It works to their advantage as Milos takes it away. But just as quickly, ISA takes it away. Zader pulls up in the paint. Can't get that one to drop. Looks for some help. Naboa drives over the hoop. Taken by Malachi Hartley. Milos drives into the corner. And two for Kiski. Seven seconds on the shot clock, and Malachi is going to get called for the foul. 4 minutes and 54 seconds here remaining in the first half. Kelly with a nice put up for two. Number three called for the foul. Jesus in the game for Kiski. Rahards into Sampson, nice move, and draws the foul. He'll head to the line. 4 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the first. Thrown up to Akita on the rebound. Herring not able to get a hand on it. For 3, though, on the other side. Jesus called for the foul. Christian Mears now in for Kiski. Rob Kane drives, looks for help. Back up top to Rahards. Back to Rob Kane in the corner. Good ball movement from the Cougars. Can't get it to drop. Aikita with the rebound. Taken away by Christian Mears. Herring on the jumper, taken away by Price Gallagher. Nice move inside. Pastor Hart for 2 off the glass. Rahards open for 3. Punched out by Christian Mears. Rob King collects it and hits a 2. 2:20 on the clock. Akita at the line. Hits number 1. And number 2. Timeout taken. We'll be back in just a moment. Rahards takes the pass, gets it back to Christian Mears here. Looks inside to Ian Herring, has some room in the paint, throws it at the rim, collected by Mears. Back to Herring. Christian drives, and nice move from him. Battles through the bodies. Collects two. 1:34 on the game clock as Abarca over to Aikita. Abarca now double teamed, passes it all the way across to Price Gallagher. Looking inside to Naboa, taken away by Rahards. And Rob Kane now. Drives, contorts, can't get it to drop. Coming the other way is Price Gallagher. Naboa putting it back, can't get it to drop somehow. And Kiski away with it now. Rob Kane for three. That's a big 3 points here at the end of the quarter, at the end of the half, I should say. 35 seconds left. Abarca, a late two. 10 seconds now remaining. Milos to close it out. And that's where we'll leave it. 32-25. Kiski leads ISA heading into halftime. We'll be back after a 10-minute intermission. back for the start of the second half. It looks like I didn't notice it, but they took 2 minutes off the clock um, in the first half. So we're running 16-minute halves. So okay, looks like they got the wrong team starting with the ball there. So it should be ISA's ball to start. It is going to be 16-minute halves, not 18-minute halves. They adjusted the clock mid there, which it went from 12:19 to 10:19, and I thought maybe I was imagining things, but I wasn't. Either way, we've got a fresh 16 we'll work with here, and Kiski now on the offensive possession with Rahards passing over to Malachi. Back to Rahards. Rob will drive, throws back to Aki. Over to Malachi. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Malachi will pull the trigger off the front of the rim. Rebound, Naboa. Coming the other way. Bongiorno to Kelly. He drives, floats it at the free throw line. Rebound, Rob Kane. Rob for a big three here to start the second half. Wake us up here a little bit. Naboa looks to offload it to Price Gallagher. Naboa rebounds. Rebound, Aki. Rob works with Rahards and looks to get it into Aki off his hands and out of play. And timeout taken by ISA. They want to talk things over here as they trail by 10 with 14:27 left in the half. Can give you an update after the first half as who's leading in the scoring. For ISA, it's Abarca with 8 and Zader with 7. On the Kiski side of thing, Ian Herring was leading with 12, and Malachi Hartley had 8. Abarca will bring it up for ISA. Good look underneath. Kicked back out. Zader will collect it. Back to Kelly. Thrown to Abarca as the buzzer goes. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. He drives under the hoop, kicks out to Kelly. He drives with the left hand. Malachi takes it away on the rebound. Sampson at the line, knocks down number 1. And good for number 2 as well. Zader to Abarca for a long three. Looks a little short, and it is. Ian pushes the floor up to Malachi. And trying to get the shot clock figured out there. Abarca in for two. 12:45 left here in the second half. Ian for three. Rebound Naboa. Big man dribbling out, looking for some help. Picks up his dribble, spins, and gives it to Kelly, who drives all the way. Goes up and under the Cougar defense for two. Rahards over to Malachi. Rob for three. Short. Naboa rebounds. Zader spins out of trouble. And Kelly gets called for the offensive foul as he was bulldozing his way down the court. Kane misses long on the three. Rebound Naboa. Bryce Gallagher directing traffic. Comes all the way to Abarca on the near side. Zader looks into Naboa. Can't get it to go. Malachi Hartley with the rebound. Nice spin move. Can't get the finish. Herring goes for the dunk. It's not there. Zader on the other side with the easy layup for two. Checked away by Abarca. And Milos takes the foul. Abarca for one. And a timeout taken to talk things over. And after the timeout, Abarca back at the line. shooting a second. There's 11 minutes and 1 second on the game clock. Milos hands it off to Rob Kane. ISA finding some life here in the second half, and Kane looks to put that to sleep. Hits a three for 40. Looks inside to Zader. Tough angle shot from underneath. Gets two. Herring has it blocked by Naboa. Pushed up the floor to Zader. Big block by the freshman Samson Anoa. Inbound to Akita. Bongiorno to Naboa. Thrown into Naboa. Bongiorno for three. Big three. Rahards brings it across midcourt for Kiski. And just like that, ISA back in this tightly contested game now. Into the corner for Kane. 10 seconds on the shot clock as he spins out of trouble. Milos steps up. Can't get that three to drop. Bongiorno with the rebound. Akita drives, looks under to Naboa. Back up to Abarca for three. Hits it. And ISA back out in front. After battling their way back from halftime. 8:35 on the game clock. Looks like Aki was called for a foul away from the ball on Kiski. And Naboa called for ISA. Malachi for three. Short set shot. Abarca left open for three. Malachi Malachi took the foul against Abarca. They're saying it's on the floor after the three-pointer, so it'll be ISA's inbound. And miscommunication on the inbound between Zader and Abarca gives it back to Kiski. And Akita's called for the foul on ISA. Malachi takes the inbound to Ian Herring. Gets some help to Hartley. Herring with it again. Drives around Akita. And he's called again for the foul. Romain comes into the game in substitution for Akita. Herring drives baseline, and Romain fouls him. So 3 quick fouls from ISA. Puts them in a little bit of foul trouble. Relatively clean game. Hasn't been too many fouls. They have 5 right now. Kiski with 2 team fouls. 7 minutes and 7 seconds as Abarca drives. Puts it up towards the hoop. Nothing there as Milos comes away. Gives it to Rob Kane. Rob will drive. Has some space. Trapped off by Naboa. Sampson pushes it back to Rob Kane in the corner. Milos takes it up top. Switches with Ian Herring. Gets it back to Milos. For 3. Long on his shot. Rebound ISA's Bongiorno. Inside looking to Zader from Abarca. Finds Zader cutting and fouled heavily by Milos. He'll head to the line. And ISA takes a 3-point lead here with 6:15 on the clock. Rahard's in the game for Kiski. Will take possession. He'll change with Malachi. Sampson for 3. Shorts that shot, contested by Naboa. Abarca looks to push the floor. To Kelly, left open. Wide on that shot. Naboa wrestles it away. Kicked out to Zader. Abarca off the rim. Rob Kane rebounds. Works it down the left-hand side. Going to go all the way in and off the glass against the big man. .5:10 on the game clock, 15 on the shot. Naboa into Kelly. taken away by Kiski. Pressured by Abarca. Ian Herring up against the big man too. Took the contact, but gets the bucket. And Ian's called for the foul. And timeout taken by Kiski to talk things over. We'll be back in just a moment. Kelly takes the pass. 8 seconds on the shot clock, 7 for Zader. Hits a big three. .416 as Rahards makes his way across the K. That's going to stay with Kiski. 16 on the shot. Should, change back to 20 now. Aki looks for help, gets it from Milos, who drives. High off the glass, can't get it to drop. Took some contact in the paint. Kelly drives the other way. He goes up and under for 2. 4-point lead for ISA, their biggest so far here this afternoon. 3:45 on the clock. Still plenty of time here to work with for both sides. And Ian Herring drives, gets 2 points. And we'll head to the line and shoot 2. No, he's going to shoot 1. What am I talking? Did I say he's going to shoot 2? He's shooting 1. And converts on the 3-point play. It's late in the day. I'm not sure if I said 2 or 1. You get the idea, though. Hopefully you watching home know, you guys watching know how basketball works better than my brain does right now. Kelly trying to save it. That's going to go Kiski's way. Ian Herring in there to cause some trouble for Kelly's shot attempt. 3:15. Rahard's on the ball. Rob Kane for 3. Timeout taken by ISA. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left as the teams take the floor again. It should be ISA's possession. Kelly drives and fights through it. Gets 2 off the glass. We're all tied up here at 50. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left on the game clock. Herring kicks to Sampson, who drives. And he's called for the travel as he gets hung up on Naboa. 2:06 left on the game. Kelly drives. This time it's taken away by Kiski. 1:44 as Rob Kane collects the pass. And Malachi streaking in for 2. Zader works his way in. And he's going to take the offensive foul. Well, no, excuse me. Draw the foul. So he's going to go shoot 2. Well, it looks like they're adjusting the score. They're saying now it's 50-50. That makes it 51-50. Not sure why. Sampson with the rebound. Kiski trailing by 1 with 1:24 on the clock. That may have been it from the first half when it was 9-9 and then it went 14-9. That's why the score got adjusted. But Kane drives and jump ball will stay with Kiski. And it looks like a shot clock violation before the jump ball, I guess. So they're adjusting it. They're not calling it a shot clock violation. They're going to put 2.5 on the shot clock. And Coach Caputo going to take time out and talk about it now that he knows the situation. 2.5 on the shot clock, 1 minute exactly on the game clock. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, out of the timeout, we'll see what Kiski does with his short shot clock here, 2.5. Malachi's going to take it. Off the rim, rebound. And looks like Kelly's going to take the foul for ISA. It's going to head Rob Kane to the line. Should be shooting two. 53 or 55 seconds on the game clock. Hits it. All tied up again here at 51. And Rob's 2 for 2, pulling Kiski out in front. And Zader will take a timeout. He's trapped at midcourt. (52-51) with 50 seconds left here in the game. Inbounded to Romaine. Looks for some help. Taken away by Malachi. And he calls a timeout as he's on the floor. And that will take it away. Nice defensive play from Malachi Hartley. Out of the timeout, 43.9 on the game clock, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Kiski's possession. Into Sampson. Sampson looks for help, and he's fouled. Kiski is in 1-and-1 territory, so Sampson's going to head to the line. Not sure ISA was intending to foul. And he misses his opportunity at the line. That was a potential 2 big points there. Abarca, 24 seconds left to Zader. Hits it for 3. Kiski trailing by 2 with 10 left. And Coach Caputo is going to take a timeout and talk about it. So we'll see how we end here with 9.3 seconds on the clock. That's what he's working with. .3. Let's see what coach has drawn up here. Five seconds. And off of Rob's hands and out of play. Looks like it's going to be Kiski's possession. I mean, there's 0.3 seconds on the clock, and they get possession. Not sure that's enough time to really do anything with, but doesn't look like they're going to adjust the clock at all. So we'll see how we go here with 0.3 seconds left. Rahards is inbounding. Not sure he can get something away. It's tipped and out of play. And they're going to call the game over as he got it tipped. So that's where we'll end it, 54-52. ISA defeats Kiski in game number 2. Thanks for joining us always on Kiski Game Day. And we'll be back in action on Saturday. We have wrestling here in the gym around 1 o'clock. So join us here for a home match against Mercersburg. Have a great night. We'll see you Saturday.